Is the Duchess of York Epstein's scandal about to hit her in the pocket? Well, maybe. Let me explain why. The charities linked to Sarah Ferguson on Monday certainly moved quickly to distance themselves from her.
One photograph destroyed a royal marriage, one man the palace tried to erase from history, and one affair that started while she was carrying the Queen's granddaughter. This is the Sarah Ferguson scandal they don't want you to remember. July 1986, Sarah Ferguson marries Prince Andrew in front of millions. The perfect royal wedding, the perfect distraction from Charles and Diana's crumbling marriage. But behind the smiles, the palace had made a catastrophic miscalculation. They'd chosen someone who couldn't be controlled. And within 3 years, everything would fall apart. Andrew's naval career meant he was gone 300 days a year. Sarah was left alone in a palace that never wanted her, with courtiers who whispered behind her back and a father-in-law who made his contempt obvious. She saw her husband 40 days in their first year of marriage. 40 days. Prince Philip forbade her from joining Andrew on his postings. The message was clear. Stay home, stay quiet, disappear. But Sarah Ferguson had never been good at disappearing.
The happiest divorced couple, as they describe themselves. She describes herself as being divorced to rather than divorced from him. I've heard her say on multiple occasions what a kind man he is, what a good father, what a good grandfather. But I think what's controversial in these comments is what she says about him being able to come out of the spotlight and get on with his life.
Houston, Texas. Sarah's at a British opera festival, another royal obligation that looks glamorous but feels like prison. That's where she meets Steve Wyatt. Oil money, Texas charm, confidence that didn't come with a royal title attached. He didn't bow, didn't treat her like fragile china, didn't make her feel like an obligation. For someone who'd spent 3 years being told how to breathe, that was everything. And here's what nobody knew at the time. She was already pregnant with Princess Eugenie when the affair began. For 2 years, Wyatt was Sarah's shadow. He'd fly to London on business, appear at the same charity events, the same restaurants, always coincidentally in the same room. The tabloids noticed but couldn't prove anything. Sarah kept up the charade. Royal tours, photo ops with Beatrice, the dutiful wife routine while Andrew was at sea and Wyatt was in her life. Biographers later called Steve Wyatt the love of her life. Not Andrew, not the men who came after. Wyatt. And then, in January 1992, someone made a fatal mistake. Photos surfaced. Steve Wyatt on holiday, relaxed and casual with Princess Beatrice. A toddler, the Queen's granddaughter, playing with her mother's lover. The palace went nuclear. 2 months later, Sarah and Andrew announced their separation. It should have ended there, quiet and contained. But Sarah Ferguson has never done anything quietly. August 1992, south of France. The separation was supposed to be dignified, but Sarah's on holiday with her financial advisor, John Bryan. And the paparazzi are watching. What they captured went global in hours. Sarah topless by the pool, John Bryan on his knees kissing her feet, sucking her toes, while Beatrice and Eugenie played nearby. Every newspaper, every tabloid, every TV network, Prince Philip called it the most shameful moment in modern royal history. The Queen was devastated. Sarah Ferguson went from scandalous to radioactive overnight. And here's what nobody talks about: she never really apologised. She blamed the press, blamed loneliness, blamed the palace, but never took accountability for her choices. The divorce was finalised in 1996. She got $3 million, a fraction of Diana's settlement. But unlike Diana, Sarah never left. She and Andrew kept living together at Royal Lodge for 2 decades, calling themselves the happiest divorced couple in the world, until Andrew's Epstein scandal ended even that arrangement. And the scandals never stopped.
I can have someone a patron for charities that are helping children, and this patron is openly friends with a known paedophile, and she knew he was a paedophile by that point. Makes me want to vomit.
I mean, there are certain things you can recover from, JJ, right? We had a prince that was involved in tampon gate, right?
2010, caught on camera offering to sell access to Prince Andrew for $500,000. 2011, emails surfaced showing her grovelling to Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender, asking for money to pay her debts. 2019, she becomes the face of a cryptocurrency company that collapses, leaving investors furious. It's not bad luck. It's not the media. It's a pattern. Time after time, Sarah Ferguson chooses money over reputation, attention over dignity, quick fixes over stability, and every single time it explodes. Reports say she's planning to leave the UK now. New business deals overseas, a fresh start where the British press can't reach her. But history tells us Sarah Ferguson doesn't leave scandal behind. She creates it wherever she goes. The affair with Steve Wyatt wasn't about loneliness. It was about choices. The toe photos weren't bad luck. They were about judgment. The Epstein emails, the cash scandals, the failed businesses, none of it is coincidence. Sarah Ferguson has spent 35 years playing the victim, but at some point you have to ask, when does the victim become the villain? So here's my question: is Sarah Ferguson a woman destroyed by an impossible system, or someone who weaponised her royal status for personal gain and got caught every time? Drop your thoughts below, because this one divides people hard. And if you want the royal stories the mainstream won't touch, subscribe and hit the bell, because we're just getting started.